Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a step-by-step tutorial on how to make up your face. And then I'm going to be doing another video separate from this with an eye look to complement the face. I wanted to be able to give beginners or anybody that wants to learn how to do their own makeup a step-by-step to make things a little easier, show you a few of the products that I use, that I like to use and why I use them for my type of skin particularly, and hopefully this is helpful for you. So thanks for watching and let's get started. So I already have lotion on, clean face, and as usual start with your primer. I'm using the Il Makiage No Filter Poreless Base. It's great. I like this because I have relatively larger pores on my cheeks, so I like to be able to fill those in. So we're just gonna go ahead and put that on. And just put it all over your face. And just let that really seep into your pores. So that's step one. Step two, we're going to be laying down our foundation. I use L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte in Natural Beige. I like this foundation because it is full coverage. It is mattifying, which is great for my combination skin. I tend to have dry spots on my T-zone. Sometimes they're oily. I'm a little bit of both. Weird. But I find that this stays really nicely and it gives me that matte finish that I like. And it's relatively inexpensive. So this is a good dupe for any high-end foundation. So you can get this at CVS, Walgreens, Target, etc. So that's why I like it and recommend it. So we're just going to go ahead and put this on our face. I just do little pea size all over. However you do it, doesn't matter. And then I use a brush for my foundation. However, you can use a sponge, a beauty sponge. Make sure it's wet if you are using that. And I'm just going to, and I'm just going to get that blended in. Bring it down the neck, of course. Got to make sure that it's all blended. Next step is concealer. I use Tarte Shape Tape in medium. And where I like to lay this is, of course, under the eye. And I just do 3 dots. Good to start with. Like that. I go down the center of my nose and the center of my face. This will provide some highlight underneath my nose, just to cover some discoloration that I have on my nose, and then my chin, just to highlight my chin.
Not really sure why I want to highlight my chin.
And again, you can go in with your beauty sponge if you want, or you can use your brush. The next step is going to be contour and highlight. So for contouring, I would use a relatively flatter, fluffy brush, nothing that's too bulky, but something that is fluffy enough but has a little of a flatness to it so that you can kind of place it where you need it. I use the Smashbox contour palette and highlight, but you can use any bronzer, honestly. If you have a bronzer, you can use that as long as it's a shade above your natural shade, or a shade or two. So for your contour, you want to go under your cheeks. We'll start there. Make a fishy face. Don't go down here. Just stay right near your ear. Just like that. Then I like to contour a little bit on my forehead to my hairline, close to my hairline. And a little bit on your jawline, just a little. Try and blend it. Not too much on the jawline. You don't want it to be like a line. Okay. Now we need to blend that out. I'm just going to use a bronzer brush that I have, just to kind of blend it. Then I'm going to contour my nose. You can just use a smaller, even eyeshadow brush would be fine. And just go along the sides of your nose ever so lightly in a straight line. Bring it up a little bit to your eyebrow just so that it looks natural. We'll blend it after. And then a little bit underneath the bridge of your nose. It's not the bridge, is it? The tip of your nose. Okay. Now just blend that out a little. Before we highlight, I want to set my face. The reason you want to set your face is so that if you do get oily throughout the day, it won't go anywhere. So setting your face is super important. And I use the RCMA setting powder. It is their no color pressed powder. They have a loose powder as well, which is fantastic. But I like this pressed powder, which is actually new. I love it. And I'm just going to use a fluffy brush for that. And I'm just going to press into it to get some product on there. You can put it all over, or you can put it wherever you feel like it'll be needed more. Now we're going to highlight, and I use Becca Opal highlighter. very popular. And I just use a very light, fluffy brush. And I go on the tops of my cheekbones, like that. So now I'm going to put on some blush. And I'm using Pretty Vulgar in Hush Blush. And now for your blush, smile, and on the apples of your cheeks and up, ever so lightly. Just like that. The last final step is going to be eyebrows, and that will complete our look. Now I'm just brushing out my eyebrows, just prepping them for filling. And I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in dark brown. What I like about this particular eyebrow pencil is not only that because it's retractable, you don't have to sharpen it, but it's so small that you can do a very natural eyebrow if you'd like, or you can build with it and do a more dramatic eyebrow, which I prefer. But this is very versatile for people, and I highly recommend her eyebrow products. Okay, so I'm gonna do my eye makeup off camera and I will show you the final look.
So if you'd like to see how I got this final look, check out my other video. Thanks, guys!